Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. I am actually not spending the day in the garden today. I am headed to my local garden center, Green Acres. It has been far too long and I am itching to go, and so I thought today I would spend the day heading to the garden center. They actually have like 7 locations, and I actually decided to go to a location that I haven't been to in probably like over a year or something like that. It's in Folsom, California. It's a little far away, about 45 minutes away, but that's okay. I am willing to go. It's always fun to go to a garden center that you haven't gone to in a while. And I want to see what they have for late summer, early fall. You can see my stock tanks are sadly empty, and that's kind of what I'm looking for today, to see if there's some type of fall annuals that I can find to plant there. Really, I just want to go spend the day. It's my favorite thing to do, one of my most favorite things to do. So I wanted to bring you all with me. So let's hop in the car and let's head to the garden center. All right, we're here. We're at Green Acres, and this is the Folsom location. It is quite far away. It's about 45 minutes away from my house, but this is one of their main locations. So it's like where all their headquarters are. So sometimes it's fun to go to a place that, you know, you haven't been to in a while, and look at what they have. Oh, it's fall, you guys. It is, in my opinion, it is fall. I think they call it meteorological fall, as opposed to astrological fall, which is September 21st or 22nd or something like that. But, you know, if you see straw bales, and if you see corn stalks at the garden center, I think it is definitely considered fall. All right, let's head out. We got pumpkins. Oh, these are so cute. Oh, look at that one. Isn't that so cute? So I am really tempted to get some of these corn stalks. However, they look too tall to fit in the back of my truck. I have a short bed in the back of my truck and a 45-minute drive on the freeway. I think it would rip these to shreds. So I think I'll have to find some that are closer to my home. Look at how cute these are. Little terracotta pumpkins. I love them. Oh, and you can see the pumpkins are coming. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the shrubs in a little bit. First, I want to head over here to where they have most of their annuals and perennials, because this is exactly what I wanted to see. This fall display here. This is gorgeous. So very pretty. Lots of coneflower, lots of mums. Oh, this is so exciting, you guys. Very fun. And I just noticed they have a Labor Day sale, $7.50 for Gloriosa Daisy Rudbeckia. Ooh, I might have to do that. So they do have some violas and some pansies out, which is crazy because it's 100 degrees today. But in our 10-day forecast, we're getting down to 80s. We actually have an 80 on the books, which I'm so excited about. Jason woke up this morning and said, "Do you know there's an 80 on the book?" Oh, here's a great thing. Look, they have put the ready-to-use BT right here, right by all the annuals. If you have a problem with budworms, this is the answer. I know a lot of you know this, but I know a lot of people are new to watching the channel, and they ask, what do they do about budworms eating their plants, eating their supertunias, their calibrachoas, lots of other plants budworms will attack, and BT is definitely something that will help. So I'm glad that they have it right here. I never really buy the ready to use because I have to use so much in my garden, but if you just have a couple plants, this makes it super easy. Who else is getting excited? Who else is excited to see these plants here? I mean, we've had such a lovely summer, but this is just really fun. And yeah, just gotta show off. This is so fun. Unfortunately, there's no Proven Winners plants around here. Oh, there's a couple. I know that they're going to be growing. For those of you who are local here and go shopping, I know that they're growing Proven Winners fall plants. They're probably just not quite ready yet. So this is my best for the West line. This is the sign that they have up. We're doing it again next year. It's going to be really fun. But it's always fun to see my face up. These Vermillionaire Kufia have been rock stars in my garden this year. I have them in my long border, and surprisingly, they're one of those plants that my eye gets drawn to. I've told you guys this before. My eye gets drawn to these, and I think the reason why is because there's always activity going on around these plants. They have the most perfect shaped flower for hummingbirds. So there's pretty much always hummingbirds around these plants. And I think that when I look outside, your eye is directed to movement. And so I see movement on these because it's just the hummingbird plant. There is always a hummingbird on there. Oh, isn't this fun? Look, they have caladiums. Well, that's fun. Flatter me. I have grown caladiums before, but I've had to grow them in almost full shade. And these heart-to-heart caladiums from Proven Winners, they are bred to take more sun, but I do think that they take more sun in places where it's a little bit more humid. For us, they are definitely a shade plant. So I could put these on my front porch if I wanted to, because that gets only a couple hours of morning sun, but they are very, very pretty. That's fun. And then, of course, one of my absolute favorite plants, heliotrope. Oh, I love these guys. So we're in early September, and they do have some of their cool season veggie crops out. I do think it's a little too early for these, we're still, like I said, we're 100 degrees today. We're going to be 90s for the rest of the week. I don't want them to bolt, but if you had some protection or something like that, then maybe that would be okay. I'm so excited. I'm taking a class on Saturday for winter veggie gardening, which is really, really fun. I want to up my game for veggie gardening, and I think the class will definitely help. You know what else is really shining this time of year? My goodness, this Angelonia is gorgeous, especially this color. That is so beautiful. What is this? This is called Archangel Cherry Red. How is that red? That is not red. That is like a magenta color, but it's really pretty. This too. Ooh, gorgeous. All right, I found some good stuff. Proven Winners Plum Wine. They still have some Ladybird Sunglow Calliophas, and then some Violet Ice. I think I'm gonna snag all this plum wine. Ooh, look at that. I just heard two ladies talking to each other saying, it's so fun to see what they have available for fall. And I almost walked over to them and said, I totally agree with you. Can we be friends? Speaking of what they have available for fall, look at these ornamental peppers. Are these not the most beautiful things? These purple ones. I've seen the yellow ones before, but these are gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to get some of these. So let me show you. Oh, sorry, distracting. Look at these. Oh my goodness, these are pretty. What are these called? Solenostemon? I don't know what that means. Coleus. Charged up marble mania. What does Solenostemon mean? I don't know, but this is just beautiful. Okay, let me show you some of the stuff that I've grabbed. So first of all, I have the plum vein. Yes, plum wine, Superbena. Gorgeous color. But then I found all of these unplugged red salvia, and I know how well these do. They do absolutely fabulous, and they keep blooming even in the heat. So they're going to do great for this late summer, early fall, and they're just so pretty. They look really, really gorgeous. And then I found this black heart Ipomea, and I thought that that would be beautiful too. With some Rudbeckia. I know it's kind of a different color combination, but I thought it would be really fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to double up. I'm gonna have to go double decker on my cart. Okay, here's where I'm at. I think this is what I want to do. This is, I've like taken over this aisle. But if you can imagine, the top rack of my cart is one of my stock tanks. So I have, actually I'm gonna take this down. I have these are actually Echinacea. They're not Rudbeckia. They're a mix between, Echinacea and Rudbeckia. They get 24 inches tall. And the reason why I like these is because they have a really distinct brown center. I just love that. That is just so fall for me. And I thought that would look really beautiful with the unplugged red right here from Proven Winners. Look how beautiful this is. And these unplugged reds, I can actually both of these I can replant into my garden because they're both perennials for me. As is the Super Beena Plum Wine. Gorgeous saturated color, so beautiful, and I really like the combination with the unplugged red. That to me is just so interesting. Then I have the Ornamental Pepper because it's just so pretty, and then of course an orange marigold. I was thinking about getting mums, but mums for me, they just don't stay blooming for that long. And I've planted them before with the thought that I'm going to replace them once they bloom out, but they just really don't last that long. So I think that the marigolds will last so much longer for me. And then on either side, I'm going to do a trailer of Black Heart Ipomoea. And I think this combination is going to be absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to get it planted. So I have to have this collection times 3 for each one of those stock tanks. Okay, I'm leaving my cart inside because it's full while I go look around at more stuff. There's an In-N-Out right downwind from this place, and boy, does it smell good here. I'm a little hungry, it's lunchtime. Grasses are such a wonderful thing to plant this time of year because they start to brown out just a little bit. And so they look that really like rusty brown color. So fall, so beautiful. And then they blow in the wind. Just gorgeous. Love it. I was watching a Gardener's World episode, and there was this garden that was 100% grasses, just completely full of different kinds of grasses. And I just thought that that was so interesting. I would get a little too bored with that, but I think it just goes to show how much grasses can do in your garden. It was really neat. They finally have back in stock Arbor Vitae. So I need 2 of these for my secret garden on the north side of my house. I have 2 that are not doing well. Unfortunately, or not, they're not even not, they were dead and we took them out. Unfortunately, I think that the size they are bigger than this. I wonder if they have bigger ones somewhere. But I was looking at this one. Look at how interesting this is. This is called an American Pillar. How have I not seen this one anymore? It's so pretty. Okay, let's see. Prized for its fast growth rate, narrow, dense habit, and foliage color. Down to zone 3, gets 25 to 30 feet tall, 4 feet wide. What? Ooh. Grows up to 3 feet per year. Okay, I might have to get one of these. They're just so open, really pretty. Now, one thing I do know about this place, Folsom's Green Acres, is they have quite a selection of fruit trees. So from all the way down there, all the way, I should say citrus trees, all the way to almost where that woman is down there. Those are all just different type of citrus, lemons and grapefruits and limes and pomelos, all of this different kind of stuff. I don't think I'm going to get it today, but one thing that I do want to get or need to start researching is lime trees, because my poor lime tree died and I have to go on to replace it. And so I got to start doing some research on different type of lime trees. But I always like to come to a garden center and I like to see what varieties they have for sale, because that probably means those varieties are good ones, you know, for you in your garden. So I can see they have Bears. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. This is a semi-dwarf, gets up to 12 feet tall. And then I did notice they have Mexican lime. And so those are 2. I'll go home and I will research those 2 and see which ones are good ones. Wait, Mexican lime and key? Is it key lime? Why is there a slash? I'm very confused. Maybe it's grafted on each other? Huh, I'll have to ask. Anyway, I will be looking up and seeing what I can find. Oh yeah, look at this. Mexican must be key lime. I didn't know that. I didn't know another name for key lime was Mexican lime. Huh. That's really interesting. Okay. So anyway, I will go home and I will research the lime trees and see what a really good one is for my garden. And then in the fall, well, cooler fall, right, closer to maybe late October and November, that's when I will plant my trees, because that's when you want to plant trees if you live in a hot climate, is in fall where it's cooling down, but the soil temperature is still really warm. It is definitely Buddleia season. They are blooming and just looking so beautiful. And then I did notice over here, my El Nino. I just love this plant, you guys. I know you're so sick of me talking about it, but just how can you beat that? I already have 3 in my garden, so I definitely don't need one, but I wanted to show you this because I got a lot of messages from a lot of you locals asking where they can find these. Here they are. They are ready to be planted and absolutely gorgeous. Look at this purple fountain grass, or do you guys call it red fountain grass or purple fountain grass? Because I always call it purple. But man, that's gorgeous. Tempted to put more in my garden, but I already have some. But it's just so pretty this time of year. It's so gorgeous. And it's such a good bang for your buck plant if they're perennials for you. Oh my goodness. Like, look, $7.50 and you get such a huge, like, these are babies and these are going to quadruple in size in 1 year. And then if you really wanted to, you could dig them up and easily divide them and have even more. So this is a great way to fill up a lot of space for not very much money at all. Look at this Decorum. Is it supposed to be blooming this time of year? This is just stunning. I hope it's coming out. It's very, very bright out here. I hope it's coming out on the screen. But these blue blooms are just gorgeous. Those are beautiful. How cute. Very cute. Okay, here's a good place for a thumbnail. Hold on. So I've been doing this for quite a while, coming up on 3 years now, which is absolutely crazy. But when I first started doing this and started filming videos like out in public, and even at my last house, I had my neighbors and people driving by watching to see what I was doing. I used to get really embarrassed and people would stare at me and think that I was weird because I was just talking to myself and taking pictures of myself. Now, I don't even care at all. It's so funny. You just get used to it. And you get used to the stares. And I feel like a lot of people kind of have an idea of what I'm doing, right? But the people that just stare at me, I just pretend like I don't notice them. So I just take selfies of myself and talk to my phone all the time in public. If you ever see me in public, just come say hi. Okay, and I am back to the annuals. Did a whole loop everywhere. I'm getting kind of hot. It's 100 degrees out here. So I think it's time. Oh, I didn't get a chance to look at this. What is this? I think it's about time to go home. Is this Mandevilla? Oh, that is pretty. Let me know if you've ever grown this tricolor jasmine. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I've just never really seen it in a garden, like in real life. It is like a ground cover jasmine. Very pretty, has this kind of pinky color to it. Really gorgeous. All right, you guys, I think that is it for me. It's 100 degrees, so I am honestly getting kind of hot and sweaty out here. Plus, I'm hungry from smelling the In-N-Out all this whole time. But I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna get a healthy lunch, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be planting up those stock tanks with some beautiful, beautiful fall flowers. So thank you all for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.